measuring job, it's not certification,
Fashion.
but satisfaction.
This one. Wait.
It's just a minor misspelling, don't worry.
It's not.
Did you mean
Satisfaction.
job satisfaction or job satisfication?
It's job satisfaction.
Certification.
It's not
Satisfaction.
satisfaction.
That's a minor issue. It's a minor issue.
Correct.
Satisfaction.
While we're waiting for your classmates to think of a question, is there anything else from your group you'd like to add or say?
I think things were.
Oh, we have a question? Okay, we have a question. Go ahead.
Can I, you can give me for examples what we can, how we can give us employees satisfaction in their job.
Job? How
Yes.
can
Yeah, we can use this method to method. We just maybe we can give them some questionnaire and they will fill it. There is two ways to question to ask them. The first one is the single cooperating, and the second one is more deeper in the key elements. But it's this sometimes it don't demonstrate what the satisfaction really for something it's only investigates in the investigates not in deeply what they want. How we can do that? The next action. How will the take the next action? Just next action.
you mean sometimes these two ways are not effective? You mean sometimes I don't get
Well,
your
she's
point.
asking the age-old question, so what? You view all these measurements, so what? How do these measurements help? What do you do? The question is basically, it's a great question. It's a classic question. You're going to have your theses, you're going to have great problem statements, you're going to have great instruments. Well, the question that your thesis supervisor, your dissertation supervisor is going to ask is, so what? So you have these ways of measuring. So she's basically asking, what do you do? How does having this information help? That's an easy question.
I have a point.
Wait, I'm going to give this group, because that's not a difficult question to answer.
Yeah.
What would you do if I gave you some information about your
Yes,
work?
I have to add something about that the teacher thing. So I think the best thing to measure job satisfaction is refer to the manager to know exactly what the employee needs.
It might impact your training. It might give you a real good indication of where you need to focus your next training program. It gives you feedback, is what it does.
One question, do salary and promotion are enough, okay, to measure a job satisfaction?
No, we just
But it's just
Just
examples.
some factors. There are a lot of factors, but we to say the space, so we just add salary and promotion. In fact, there are a lot of factors. For example, working environment, the relationship with the co-worker or the manager, and promotion, salary. There are a lot of factors.
we have holiday with pay too, sick, maternity leave, we have vacation, a lot of things.
So I don't see the reason why you expect relationship.
Relationship.
Yeah, because that can be the key factor of job satisfaction.
Yeah, just like I just said, for example, when concerned the small organization, salary or promotion is not the most important factor for a small organization. It's a relationship between the manager or and the employees. Because sometimes in different cases we have to consider different factors.
Do you think that satisfaction is something temporary, or often a manager should to measure the satisfaction of the employee?
I think it's not temporary. It's not temporary because I told you, so the manager must know the best element of motivation of each employee in the organization.
But the satisfaction is temporary.
Sometimes you just a big salary, sometimes you need a good work environment, sometimes you need more.
Right.
Okay, we have having many side discussions going on. I think you asked the question, is job satisfaction a temporary phenomenon, or is it something that is long-standing, or that's for a long time? I think you were saying it's can't be, it could be both. Temporary. Job satisfaction is going to go up and down, depending on what's happening. It would be great if you can kind of not have these spikes that go too high down, especially, but it kind of moves along. And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of variables that contribute to job satisfaction, and hundreds of different measurements and surveys. So, but we know that with job satisfaction, there's less turnover, there's more work engagement, so there are a lot of benefits to that as well. Kareem was asking about.
Oh, it was just a very simple question. We do assume that the questions for top managers and for regular employees would be different. Would you agree or not? The questions for the top managers and for the regular employees would be different to measure their job satisfaction. Would you agree or not?
Question from top manager and a regular.
Would be different.
Yes, I agree.
Huh?
I agree. It would be different.
What? It's just a question for you.
It's I think it's the third time. He almost gave you either or choice, yes or no. I would say both. Yes. I mean, when you talked about the top managers, I would ask them about their relationships with their coworkers, and if I talked to the lower line workers, I'd ask them about their relationship with their coworkers. They would have a different type of perspective, but it would be a similar sort of question. Top managers and CEOs are going to be more in the theoretical world and more abstract, and the line level workers are going to be more concrete. So that'll be an example of something that's different. I have a question. You mentioned surveys and instruments. Are there any other ways to assess job satisfaction?
Well, exactly. For these two ways, they are popular way because sometimes in the big organization, the CEO or the manager can directly interview and ask the opinion of every one of his employees. But for small, but he can use the frontline manager. That's exactly what happened in our company. First, they also give us the job basis, the summation of job basis, but also the frontline manager also talk directly to every one of us, and then they will report to the higher manager. That's another way to.
Yeah, I want to get it, just to emphasize that you interview people, ask them to tell their stories. Tell their stories, and that's more of a metaphorical way, more of a logical way. Because they'll talk about relationships and they'll talk about how it feels, and you can't really capture all that with a survey. So interviews are a very common way of assessing job satisfaction. They say measure. So that's another way to assess.
Sorry, I think something. If you get a report from the lower post to the higher post, sometimes it can get wrong. For example, the company, I don't remember, but the company involves auditors who have to go to prisons with a lot of executives. They give a lot of statement wrong to the leaders. So the leader can't see anything if they don't contact with the lowest employee. So what do you think about it?
The last time I said that there is no absolute rule in organizational behavior. So as a manager, you have to consider information from both sides. Yes, you can. Most of the time, you have to listen to your lower manager. But you also have to consider yourself based on the, for example, job result of each group, or you have to sometimes you directly talk to, just sometimes you directly talk to your employees to know exactly what happened. Because I say you say sometimes it's right, but that means sometimes it's wrong and sometimes it's right. There's no absolute. You can't always say that they do exactly what the lower. Yeah.
It's unfortunate sometimes that reports that people get in leadership roles are not accurate. So that's the way you have to have a trust. You have to have quality control mechanisms and ways to have a high degree of confidence that the information you're getting is accurate, or else you can make some wrong decisions. And there's an expression in English that there are three kinds of lies. There are lies, damn lies, and statistics. Lies, damn lies, and statistics. So you can make statistics with reports, quantitative data. You can make that in some ways at times to paint a picture that's not quite real. But that relates to the character of people working in their jobs, their trust, their quality assurance. I would rather have accurate, constructive, maybe not pleasant information than to have no information or information given to me that's not accurate. I would rather know exactly what the situation is. And statistics, anyway, are all about probabilities. They're not certainties. You rarely have a pure one-to-one relationship. So it relates to trust, quality assurance, and that's part of relationships. Okay, there's a question up there.
We already discussed it.
Okay, well, share with us what you've been discussing.
Well, the question was whether this actually job satisfaction, the importance of it for the company that really carries on this questionnaire. Does it really give us overall picture whether the company is going to be successful if there is a high satisfaction within the company, or there is not much of correlation between these two understandings? That's what we've been discussing.
Well, I can tell you that there are strong job satisfaction is a widely researched field. That's study track. So if you're interested in a thesis topic, look at job satisfaction in Vietnamese banks or something. I mean, that would be pretty interesting. Or wherever your industry is, or whatever it might be. When you have high degrees of job satisfaction, you have lower degrees of turnover. Now, what does that mean? That means you have less need to invest in recruiting and hiring and training. And when you have people who stay, not absent, and job satisfaction means less absenteeism, less turnover, less absenteeism, more worker engagement. All those things are soft data that can be converted into quantifiable dollar amounts that are in terms of a financial benefit are defensible. So yes, I mean you have it behooves any organization to from time to time try to assess or measure what's the job satisfaction. Okay, so and generally speaking, correlation will be predicted that at workplaces where the workers are most satisfied, that they are, it's going to be more successful, generally speaking. It's a, there's a word I want to use for it. It's like an antecedent variable. I mean, if you have you can't really look at job satisfaction and production of this
so it's more
machine.
More of an intervening variable.
It's antecedent. It's an antecedent to very positive results. But yes, I mean, statistically, you have high job satisfaction, low job stress. High job satisfaction, low job stress means lower medical costs. Okay, it just rolled out in many different ways. So yes, it's smart for a business to always try to take the pulse of how the employees are. But it also fluctuates. Believe me, it fluctuates a lot. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.